what's poppin'? It's your boy Jay the Comedian. Good morning. How y'all doing today? I hope y'all doing fine. I'm doing okay. A little tired, but I'm alright. Other than that, today I want to talk to you guys about common sense in religion. And can your religion stand up to common sense? I know the Jehovah Witness religion has a huge problem with that. Like, they hide a lot of stuff because they know if you add a little common sense to it, it's going to be really hard to keep that story going. Like the whole, this generation will not die out. Hey, your generation died out. Oh, well, they meant the generation and the generation after it because there's overlapping of just believe it. Because, if you start putting common sense with stuff like that, it just won't make sense to ya, And that's where I'm at in life, I really have to put common sense toward the things that I'm being told. Because if it doesn't make sense, can you really blame me for not believing? You know what I mean? When things just don't make sense, I just can't believe it. If a crackhead was like, hey, if you give me $5, tomorrow I'll give you $500. Sir, you're a crackhead. I'm pretty sure if I give you $5, I'll never see you again. And if I do see you again, if you had $500 on you, I'm pretty sure I would never see that $500. And I'm willing to bet my arm and the leg that you'll never acquire $500 at one time ever again in your life. I'm pretty sure, Mr. Crackhead. Because that's how common sense works. Common sense protects you. It's when you start using faith that stuff starts getting dangerous. I talked about this in a video before. If I were to say, hey, stay out of that lion cage. It's a lion in there, and he's hungry. Your common sense will look at that lion, see those teeth and those claws, and say, you know what? I'm going to listen to this fella. But your faith may get you to say, no. I walk with God. God walks with me. He shall protect me from this lion. And you get in there and get ripped apart. You know what I'm saying? Common sense is given to you for protection. That's why the Jehovah Witnesses constantly attack your common sense. Stuff that you look at and you're just like, that don't seem right. And they're like, don't listen to that little voice in your head telling you not to listen. Because that little voice in your head is going to keep you out of paradise. First off, if you believe in God, He's the one who gave you the common sense in the first place, right? And throughout your life, having common sense helped you? Haven't that prevented you from a lot of bad things happening? Like, I remember seeing a bunch of people outside, and they were all drinking and doing drugs. And I'm like, you know what? My common sense tells me that's not going to work out well for them. You know what I'm saying? And guess what? Eventually, all those people who was outside doing drugs, drinking, and acting a fool, eventually led a life of doing drugs and drinking and acting a fool. Like, it just continued. Now, drinking in modesty, yeah, it's pretty fun. Smoking a little reefer from time to time, hey, do you. Don't do lines and, you know what I'm saying? Like, don't go too far. But if you maintain a good balance, I guess you'll be all right. But these people were not maintaining a good balance. They were going over the edge with it. And I'm like, yeah, that's not good, nor healthy, nor great decisions. And my common sense prevented me from being one of those people that will go above and beyond, This is the stuff that you have in you. And if you believe in God and you have common sense, certain things you shouldn't let certain things happen. I'm just going to say it. I'm going to put it out there. If you got scientists out here every day working on things to keep you alive, right? Like, that's their job. Every day, work and come up with stuff to keep you alive. They done cured a whole bunch of stuff. A whole bunch of vaccines is made specifically to keep you from getting certain diseases. And people are out here saying, you know what? I saw saw an internet article in which taking a vaccine does something bad to you. So you know what? My kids won't get vaccines. Now your kid got mesothelioma, or I don't know what it's called. Whatever that weird disease is that they had cured, but now it's coming back because people aren't vaccinating their kids. Whatever that is. Common sense would have prevented that from happening. You know what I'm saying? Now that really ain't religion's fault. That's just people being dumb fault. But a lot of stuff happens via religion that common sense should have helped you out in. You know what I'm saying? A lot of stuff. Like, I know in the comments I want you to write down something that religion has caused that common sense should have prevented. I want you to write that in the comment section. Because it's a lot of stuff, like it's genuinely a lot of stuff out there that, hold on, I have to switch lanes because this lane is stupid. But there are a lot of things out there that due to religion is a danger and is hurting society in the whole. But if it was common sense, you'd be okay. Like, for example, you're going through something at your house, right? You're having a rough time, you can't pay bills, and but you pray every day. You're praying, please God, help me, please. I need help. Send me a job. You know what I'm saying? And then boom, you get kicked out of your house and now you're homeless. You know what your common sense should have told you? Hey, I'm gonna have to get up. And if I can't get a job, I better make my own job. I better start cutting grass or shoveling snow or, I don't know, picking up kids from daycare. Doing something, because just sitting around, obviously, ain't cutting it. I've yet to see the time where somebody was able to pray something away. Like, for example, if somebody came up and shot me right now, Jay, you ain't nothing. Pop, pop, pop. I got shot, right? There's two things that I could get. Should I pray for the bullets to magically be healed up? Or should I go to a hospital? Now I go to the hospital and I get the best doctor in the world to fix me up. Then boom, I'm saved. And you know what people gonna say? Oh, thank God. Hold on, wait a minute. Wasn't God that saved me? It was the talented doctor that did his thing. You know what I'm saying? Am I wrong or not? Like, seriously, if you were on the ground, you just got stabbed in the butt by a crackhead, right? You're laying there, and somehow you're bleeding out. You need somebody to come and save you. These are your choices. I could legit provide you with the greatest priest the world has ever known. And he'd come and he'd pray for you. This will be the world's greatest prayer that could ever happen. Or I can get you somebody fresh out of med school. Not that talented, just fresh out, knows enough to save you. But like I say, they're still wet behind the ears, very green. Which one would you want? The world's greatest preacher or a new med school student to help you out with this medical situation? Technically, if you have enough faith, you'll be like, okay, preacher, come through. Save me with God's miraculous hands. Tell him to place his hands on me where I've been struck down by this evil crackhead and make it stop the bleeding and help me out, brother. What would you do? What could you do? You know, like, I wouldn't go for that personally. Personally, I'd be like, med school student, you know how to suture, right? You do? Great. Hook a brother up. Point being, a lot of stuff, common sense based, if you use your common sense, it'll keep you out of more harm than using your faith. Just being honest with you. If somebody pulled over right now and said, I have a gun, give me all your stuff, what you're gonna say is, you know what? You may have a weapon, But no weapon formed against me shall prosper, said the Lord. So so you better get out of here right now before I start praying. Because me and my conversation say, well, if you wanted to kill me, you would have. So instead, how about this? Here's my money, here's my car keys. I'm gonna get out of here. I guess I'll call the police later or, file an insurance claim. Either way I go, I walk out of this thing alive. Holla Chihuahua, peace. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I would do, personally. You know what I'm saying? But people, I don't know. Have less faith, have more common sense. I think I want to say that again for the people in the back who didn't hear me. Have less faith and have more common sense. I like that. I'm going to go with that one. I'm going to go with, yep, sure am. I'm going to go with that one. Anyway, I hope y'all have a great day. It's your boy, Jay the Comedian. Holla at your guala. Deuces.